All right, it's official. We're open for business. The Fitness Factory is now officially the Fitness Factory LLC. We're officially a business, and we are going to be rolling out 3 different things at you. The first and foremost is what you guys are following me on the social media here is the PA Wrestling Factory. We're going to be cranking out a lot of stuff. I'm going to be taking on groups and putting things together here in the next coming weeks. Also within that, we're going to be running the Athlete Factory. That's going to be developmental skills for athletes, all children, character development, and I will be touching on all that later on. And we also have a lot of caveman things going on. We're going to be rolling and integrating the caveman strength and caveman factory into all that. So the Fitness Factory is here, and the Fitness Factory is official, and I couldn't be more excited to share my vision and to bring some of my roots back in Ohio and some of the hard work and the values that I got there growing up and kind of some of the models and the farm models and growing up in the farming community, being exposed to Jim and Jeff Jordan, St. Paris Graham. Their system there was really my first inspiration for wrestling. I'm bringing that model to PA. I'm bringing some of the hardest nosed, no frills wrestling that there is. It's tried and true, and I'm ready, and we're excited to be along the ride. Parts or even comes to any fruition without a lot of sacrifice and support from other people around us and around what we're doing and the people around me who were helping build this up. I couldn't be more grateful to and to my wife in particular, who's given a lot of me away so I can kind of chase this down and make this a reality and something that I know that I was kind of born to do is to give that character and that gift and that grit that I grew up with and to bring it over into PA and to kind of do it on a really small batch scale, as I'm calling it. I want it to be very personal. There's never going to be a moment where you're with us that you're not feeling like you're absolutely our family. I think something that's unique to the PA Wrestling Factory is that we have a staff that has been ingrained and entrenched in one of the top wrestling programs in the country, and we've done that on a really large scale with everything, all the moving pieces, with the people on the outside, the parents, the boosters, the fundraising, the relationships in the community, all those things, running a lifting program year round, running camps, going to camps, traveling, expenses for huge tournaments. I think all those things give us a really unique perspective in our ability to relate and kind of to help not only the wrestlers but the wrestlers' families and the other coaches. We want to be an open door, and we're here to help the wrestling community. And I think that's what you're going to feel when you feel the PA Wrestling Factory. Is you're going to get really an open door and an open brain. I want to help people understand the things that help us get to where we the Wrestling Factory, that our staff, we are all educators, and that's great. I think that we're teachers in the community here, and we understand children. I am a parent, father of 3, but we understand kids, and we understand differences, and we understand timelines, and we understand that not every kid is ready to be elite at 6 or 7, and we understand that that doesn't mean that they don't need the exposure, and that the steps can't be a little bit smaller, and that the delivery from the adult can't be a little bit different. It has to be challenged, and it has to be unique, and I think that's what we as educators can do for our guys, and especially at the factory, being groups of 8 or 10 or 12. I think you're going to really get a good understanding of what that means. We're going to be very conscious of that is comes kind of natural for people that coach with me is that our wrestling engage time for our athletes is going to be operating at we like it to be 100%. When I want to practice, when I want a wrestler going through a session, I want the session time to be right for them, and that's what we're going to work with you on. If your wrestler needs 45 minutes, then that's good for them. That's good. If they need an hour and a half, that's good. That's good for them. But we don't want any downtime. We want it to be purposeful and meaningful. So I guess that's on the coach, and that's on the delivery, and that's something that I think that we're able to do. Is that we're going to create a way to make sure that your athlete is engaged for the whole time. Whether that means, change when it comes to the Wrestling Factory, the first thing you need to do is message me on here and start to work with me on scheduling. There's 3 different different formats that we're going to offer. The first is going to be the speed camps. Those are going to be sessions that are going to be something you can attend regularly. There will be a per session rate, which I can discuss on the messenger again. And we are going to have that range, and it's going to be leveled. So I will communicate with you, I will find the appropriate level for you, and we will get you into a group. They're going to range from non-wrestling skills, which may not concern many of you, but if you have someone who's younger who wants to just get some general athletic skills, I'm going to have a fun way to do that in an obstacle course, speed, agility, a little bit of dynamic movement, game, and a quick sport. That's going to be kind of the entry level, and then I'm going to have another level that's going to kind of have some of the entry level wrestling skills with not contact, and then the next level after that are going to be the ones that we're going to have full go youth, which is anybody up to middle school, and those levels will range. Again, email me or message me on here and I will find the absolute right level for you. And then we will also have high school, ranging on from kids who are just getting in all the way to kids who need the most elite of training. So those are the different formats that we're going to offer for what we're going to call is just our normal schedule or our speed camps. We're also going to have another offering that can be good for dads or parents or coaches who want to work. And it's going to be a model that we call Build Your Own. Build Your Camp model gives you the freedom to create a camp of your own. I'll do it at the time that you want, and I'll do it with the groups that you want. You can bring anywhere from 2 to 14 of your wrestlers or any grouping that you want, or I can mix and I can kind of bring in other athletes within there, and I can help provide. If you got an odd number, I can provide that extra athlete. But what you're going to do is you're going to get 2 to 14 athletes. You pick the time, you pick the day, and I'll be here, and I'll have my staff on site here, and we'll put you through. We'll actually let you design the camp as you want, and I think that's going to be the first dose of really the wrestling community kind of tapping into my brain, and I have a whole smorgasbord of things that I have that I think that no one else offers, maybe in the way that I offer them. For instance, I can do a whole session off of just fighting off of your back, and I think that. Don't get pinned ever is something that I hold deeper in my heart than anywhere. But that's just something that you can get a taste of. I can do less structure. I can do more traditional practice. Some other of my highlights are getting off of your belly. I specialize in that in a way that I don't think anyone else does. A lot of people are very good at high crotches and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm good at getting off of my belly and teaching kids how to get off of their belly. The art of the scramble. I've been in jiu-jitsu. I've been in all different kinds of martial arts and wrestling and back. It's been a crazy, unique experience for me, and I get to explain the art of scrambling in one of my sessions. We can put that together. There's really, I could go on and on and on. I probably have about 40 of them. These are just the ones that are coming off the top of my head. I specialize in low leg attacking, so finishing your attacks and attacking the low leg for a pin, and out chain wrestling an elite opponent. So we all know chain wrestling, but how would you out chain wrestle someone who's maybe a little bit better than you, or at the highest level? Another one that I like is penning, and maybe doing a session on penning. So these are more technical. Again, they can be more practice formatted, and we can build around it. But another one that I'm going to offer is putting his shoulders through the mat. A lot of people teach penning. I teach penning with a purpose, and penning with a little bit of pain. And so coaches, you can have the sessions a la carte as you weigh, or I will run traditional practice for. You can bring a set of 8, you can bring a set of 4, you can really bring whatever you want. Parents, you can do the same. You can bring sets, groups, small or large, and I'll work around your schedule to let you guys tap into some of the system that the Wrestling Factory has to offer. There's several add-ons that we can add to any of the to the build your own camps. One is the speed agility that will kind of come. I can do that indoor, outdoor. I have about 1 million different pieces of equipment to work on feet and developing fast feet and developing footwork for wrestling and just for athleticism in general. I can also work team building exercises, I guess physical exercises such as carrying. And the last piece that can be added on, really in any way, is that I can virtually or in during a session, before a session, or however we want to do it, I can deliver mindset sessions or things that dive into wrestling, psychology, sports psychology, the things that I think really have separated me as a coach. I will be delivering those sessions as add-ons to the Build Your Own Camp. It's a number of things. It starts with breathing, it starts with awareness, it builds in the present moment, and it goes on and on and on. And it's really been, it'll be my ability to share a lifetime of, I think, just being a teacher, being around, people with emotional needs and understanding that piece of it, being able to deliver that in maybe a therapeutic model, if you may, and corralling and handling the emotions of young men who are, very emotional. And I think that we are able to work on our brain and work on our mindset and work on things that, maybe can maybe be the missing piece. And I'm happy to have those sessions, with you and your athletes, or with your athletes just in general. However, whatever model works for you, that's another add-on to the Build Your Own. And last but not least, the most personalized model is the Elite Private. That can be sliced a million different ways, but here's how it might look. I'm going to give you access to some of the best kids around. I've been able to kind of network that out. So here's what I can do. I can do a private one-on-one with you, wrestle with your wrestler, really any size, and then I can do a one-on-one with what we're going to name elite athletes. We can go one, I can provide elite athlete with you and one of your wrestlers. You can bring 2 of your wrestlers. I can provide 2 elite athletes. You can bring 3 of your wrestlers. I can provide 3, and all the way up to 4. So you can provide 4 of your athletes, and I can match them with 4 elite athletes that are going to give them a look that probably they're not able to find anywhere else. And I'm going to be able to manage that. There's probably going to be a gap in experience, but that's what it's all about. And I'm going to be able to manage my athletes and give you exposure to some of the best. So I think that's another very unique offering, is that I got kids who want to give back, and we're going to do it in a collaborative model. And I'm going to be able to run you guys through something. This is going to be probably the most individualized thing around. We can do that, I guess, in one sessions, and all the way up to 4. And probably if we were pressed, we could probably do more. But let's keep it small, and small batches. The name of the game. The Wrestling Factory is here, and we couldn't be more excited to be along for the ride.